How to stand out. 4 steps to make new patients love you before you ever meet. On your website and everywhere. Now, what if you could always create a wow first impression? Hey, I'm Arthur Kronos, and I've discovered a 4-step method that does exactly that. To wow your perfect patient the first time they ever see your website, your social media, or anything else. What you're going to get from this video today. From past experience as a hypnotherapist, I've uncovered some unusual methods that reveal how first impressions can actually be engineered. From experience as a copywriter, I've discovered how subliminal seduction can be created. And today you'll discover how to wow your perfect patient to make them automatically love you. And this happens fast. Now, who is this for? If you're a chiropractor, doctor, physical therapist, or anyone in the healing arts, you have competition. And the most important first thing you need to do is stand out. This method shows you how to do that. Now, at the end of today's discussion, some of today's discussion will consider visual stimulus. So this video will share some examples with you. And later I'll give you a link so you can get additional help with anything discussed here. But the special offers, which you'll see, are available for a limited time, so please act right away. Now, why standing out matters. Here's the problem. Most practitioners do not know how to stand out in a crowded field. And the first impression is where practitioners first lose prospective new patients. And today, I'm going to show you how to fix this. The problem. In today's low travel times, especially when people are staying home more, your online importance is more important than ever. The issue, though, is how to rise above the online clatter, the noise, the competition, and how to attract the patients you actually want. The method shown here will work everywhere. I'm going to use a website as an example showing how to apply the 4-step method, but you use the very same approach in advertisements, brochures, videos, direct mail, even when you're networking. And you can use it in follow-up methods like email, text, social media, which boosts the actual appointments you get from this outreach and people seeing your online properties. Subliminal seduction. The name for our proprietary 4-step attraction design method is subliminal seduction. Now, subliminal seduction creates an automatic and immediate and unconscious attraction when your perfect patient finds you. Now, subliminal seduction has 4 fairly straightforward principles. First, subconscious attraction in the look and feel of whatever it is, your website, your social media, a brochure, a business card. The look and feel has to do with the colors and the fonts and any pictures or graphics. Second, you mention 3 specialties. I'll come back to why it's 3, not more, not less. You copyright with only positive images, and I'll explain what that means. And last, something we call your unique mechanism. I'll explain that and then give you some examples. You'll realize you've been seeing unique mechanisms all around you. They're just not something one usually notices. Now, this is not the same as the patient gain formula. Subliminal seduction is the how-to of the first step of the patient gain formula. So for perspective, let's back up and view the patient gain formula, because this is how to get patients. The patient gain formula, it also has 4 steps. It's first to be attractive. That is to say, you catch their eye and you hook their interest. Catch their eye and hook their interest. That's the first thing. You're being attractive, meaning what you've got is attracting. We're going to show you how to do that. Second, you capture their contact information. Usually that's done with a little bribe, like you offer them something if they will give you their contact information. And the reason you want that is so that you can now follow up regularly, because people that follow up regularly get 3 to 8 times more actual appointments than people that just contact someone once. It's a huge difference. And then last, once you've got these things working, you're attractive, you know how to, you have a system in place to capture contact information, and you are following up, then It pays to outreach to attract more people. Now, today we're only going to look at the first step of the patient gain formula, because that's the be attractive part, catching their eye, hooking their interest, because subliminal seduction is a 4-step formula that lets you engineer being attractive, making a positive first impression, catching their eye and hooking their interest. So being attractive really boils down to catching their eye, which means you set the look and feel of whatever it is, your website, social media, a business card, a video. You mention 3 specialties, no more, no less. You copyright only with positive images, and you use a unique mechanism. I'm going to explain those in detail in a moment. Now, after this, if you want to get more help, at the end, you're going to get a link to get help with some special offers for website design, for capture and follow-up systems, or a practice analysis. That's a $197 value, but it'll be for free to see what might be the most profitable things for you to be doing. Again, the 4 principles of subliminal seduction: subconscious attraction in the look and feel, mention 3 specialties, copyright with only positive images, and your unique mechanism. Let's look at the look and feel. Now, in today's low travel times, your online importance is more important than ever. How to rise above the online clatter, the noise, and the competition, and how to attract the patients you want. What if there was an easy way to look professional and competent immediately? What if you showed up well on computers, notepads, cell phones, anything, and somehow the exact kind of patient that you want found you simply irresistible? Well, you can. First, you use only professional appearing designs, and these must use responsive design, that's a website thing, to display well on computers, notepads, and cell phones. And now, after a quick analysis of your perfect patient, you select colors and fonts which automatically attract that specific patient. I'm going to tell you how to do that. Now, here's what you do. Consider a typical perfect patient that you want. Now, you're going to have different kind of patients, but focus on one. Picture one person, and on paper, write a demographic description, like their gender, their age, are they married, single, do they have children, what's the occupation, the most typical occupation, what kind of hobbies, what kind of car they drive, magazines, what television shows. Write it down on paper. This may seem odd, but you're going to see how this is going to pay off real big. Now, if you struggle with this exercise, some people find it easy, some people find it tough. If you struggle, imagine that your patient is outside your office, sitting in their car, and just imagine these things as you picture that patient sitting in their car. You just make it up. Now, here's what's weird. It'll actually be fairly accurate. Now, you use the power of your subconscious mind. See, you've just spent time filling your subconscious mind with who that person is. And so while your subconscious mind has been thinking and picturing that perfect patient, now you go look at some website designs. Now, if you need some, I'm going to tell you how you can get some examples to do this. Now, go look at those websites designed, but do not choose the design that you like. Instead, ask yourself, which design will my desired patient like the most? It will leap out at you. Your subconscious mind will immediately tell you which one. And you have now done more to be immediately attractive, and this works, than 99% of all your competitors. Now, we come to the next part of subliminal seduction as a method. Mention 3 specialties. Now, if you claim to do everything, how are you different from everyone? Well, the fact is you're not. But if you list your 3 most important specialties, you give a clear snapshot. I'll show you this in a minute. And when you do that, you're beginning to stand out. Now, what if you could stand out clearly if there was an easy way? What if your exact specialties match the specific concern of your site visitor? Now, when your site visitor sees that you're the practitioner to address their concern, are you attractive? Yes, you are. Example specialty groupings. I'm going to give you two here, and I'm going to show you one on a website, for example, in a little while. A fitness-oriented chiropractor wants patients who understand fitness and health, so he might list rehabilitation, shockwave therapy, and nutrition, 3 specialties. On the other hand, a chiropractor who wants to work with infants and children and pregnant women, he or she might list pregnancy, children's health, and infants. Do you see how each of those gives a clear picture? And if that's your perfect patient, then you're going to resonate with that person. Let's go on. This creates a focused snapshot. You list 3 specialties which would be of interest. They are attractive, and they give a clear snapshot. Now, if you add a bunch more, I'll come back to that. Now, with the clear snapshot, you appear different from other practitioners. Many of them are vague and confusing. You rise above the noise, and you specifically attract the exact patients you want. Now, the key to clarity is only list 3. You describe these enough that people understand these. Avoid technical words. Make sure they understand what they are, but do not list more than 3 specialties, because with every additional thing you list, you water down the clear outcall to your perfect patients. Now, you may do other things, but don't list them here. That's the key to clarity. Now we come to the next. You copyright only positive images. Here's how this works. The patient's mind processes all language, and the patient's subconscious mind is always listening. However, the subconscious mind responds only to the images, not the language, only to the images. So you use only positive images, things they like. What if there was an easy way to avoid negative reactions against you? What if you had an easy way to create positive feelings in someone's mind? What if you could paint word pictures that your perfect patient finds irresistible? You can. Here's how it works. The subconscious mind notices the images and reacts emotionally to the images inside the sentences. Now notice, the subconscious mind is not the same as language processing. The subconscious mind pays no attention when it's looking at reacting to the images. It pays no attention to negation words like not and no and none. If you say, he did not eat a rotten apple, the subconscious mind reacts emotionally to eat a rotten apple. The emotional response, ugh. Doesn't matter that you said he did not. What the subconscious mind hears and reacts emotionally to is eat a rotten apple. Ugh. That's why you don't do that. Here's another one. It pays no attention to negation words like free from. If you say, we will free you from agonizing back pain that feels like red-hot pinchers, the subconscious reacts to agonizing back pain that feels like red-hot pinchers. Is that attractive? Does that feel good? No. The subconscious mind reacts emotionally to the images inside sentence, and we call these embedded phrases. If you say, if you feel awful and cannot sleep, the subconscious reacts to the 2 embedded phrases, feel awful and cannot sleep. This will not feel good in the mind. Is it attractive? No. You can always use good phrases that feel good. Here's a guarantee. Instead of money back if you are unhappy, use money back if anything less than delighted. They'll react only to delighted. It feels completely different. And let's say you're going to make a promise. Instead of stop feeling terrible, use at last you can feel good again. You're giving a diagnosis. Instead of your spine is painfully misaligned, try when your spine is better. You can always use good phrases that bring up good feelings, good emotions. Now, are there other copywriting techniques? Yeah, dozens. But if you simply employ this one technique in everything, brochures, websites, social media, you'll be ahead of 99% of all the other practitioners in the world. Let's go to item number 3. Item number 4, your unique mechanism. Now, when you have a unique mechanism that provides your great results, it is very persuasive to a new patient. It can be a unique mechanism that you adopt or one that you make up. Let's look at some specifics, see what that is. First, imagine, what if you had something that pretty much nobody else offered and this produced great results? Would you stand out? Heck yes. If potential patients had had bad results elsewhere, could they still be attracted when you have a unique mechanism? Of course they can. What is it? It's a technique or a device that is presented as unique. It's a way of being different from all others. This could be an uncommon machine that you use, like cryotherapy or shockwave devices, or it could be something that you've invented. Or it could simply be a new way of presenting what you offer from a new viewpoint that other people don't use. Let me give you an example. Once upon a time, 2 books were published. One was called How to Outsource for More Business Profits, and the other, by a fellow named Tim Ferriss, was called The 4-Hour Workweek. Both books covered the exact same subject, but Ferriss used a different viewpoint. He introduced it a different way. He explained it a different way. The subject in the book was exactly the same, but the 4-Hour Workweek, no one had ever heard of that. It was a unique mechanism. Huge success. Here's one from my own experience in the past. Once I manufactured unusual guitars. I won't go into detail, but you could play guitar and bass at the same time. I had 2 competitors in the whole world. One was always advertising his hardware. The other advertised the great tone of his guitars. Well, I wanted to do something different. So the headline I put on my website said, "The most fun you ever had playing music since you were 5 years old with a kazoo." We sold nearly $1 million worth of these guitars on every continent except Antarctica in the world. Here's another one. We've just completed a website for a chiropractor in the San Jose area. He likes doing rehabilitation and sports. He likes a shockwave device. He uses a shockwave device which sends sound waves into the body. It's said to improve scar tissue. Now, simply by focusing the services page to tell the story of shockwave, presto! Immediately, he has a unique mechanism. It helps him stand out. Here's another. Dr. John Jackish, the developer of the OsteoStrong system. It's a machine, kind of an exercise machine, but it improves bone density. He began researching the science of bodybuilding and discovered that stretchy bands have a muscle building advantage over weightlifting. I'm not going to go into why and how, but there is some science that supports this. And to stand out, he wrote a book. The title, Weightlifting is a Waste of Time. Do you imagine that really gets the eyes and the attention of all the resistance training people in the world who see it? You bet it does. The stretchy bands are his unique mechanism. Now let me give you one more. Let's say you came into a market where nobody sold herbal tea to lose weight, and you introduce this herbal tea to lose weight, and that might even be the headline on an ad. Herbal tea to lose weight. Well, sure enough, after a while, other people are selling herbal tea, and they start making bigger and bigger claims. Have our tea and lose weight in a month. Someone else says, lose weight in a week. And then next thing you know, they're just getting louder and louder. They sound more and more like hype. Have our tea and lose weight in 7 minutes. Well, maybe not that much, but you see what I mean. You've seen these kind of headlines. Well, better use a unique mechanism. You've seen this. Have this tea with Amazonian bark proven to increase your metabolism and lose weight after just 7 days. You see how adding the unique mechanism in there suddenly makes it seem at least plausible. Now, would you like some help with this? If you qualify, you're a working practitioner, you're ready for patients, meaning you're actually in business, you're in charge of the place, we have a quick practice analysis process. It's free. Now, you can contact us for details. I'll mention it later in this video. We also provide access to 30-plus website designs you can evaluate, which might be useful in this process. Now let's do a working example. I'm gonna kind of demonstrate this formula in fact on an actual website. We're going to take a look at the demographics. We're going to look at some sample websites, and we're going to show 3 specialties, show you a couple of places where we used positive image copywriting, and we're going to show the unique mechanism. So let me go bring that up. Okay, let's go here. Here is a chiropractor's website. And before we go through the website, I am looking at my notes when I interviewed him about his perfect patient. Here are the things that he told me. He's looking for someone who wants to maintain and recover an active lifestyle. He's interested in someone who's interested in the principles and practices behind health. And he likes working with people who are intentional, that finish what they start. He wants people that have, I guess, some drive. Now, he gave me these generalities, and then I asked him about, demographics. Well, the age, he said, usually his perfect patient would be in between 25 and 45 years old. 60% of them tended to be female. They were married. Most of them had children. If they drive a car, it's an SUV. They probably like home and gardens. They might do house flipping. They might like Gordon Ramsay. They're certainly interested in fitness. See how this is? He's picturing a specific person. They're college educated. A typical occupation might be a person in real estate, an engineer, or someone in sales, or a life coach. Now we know who he's looking for. So he looked at website samples, and he chose the template for this website. Now, I'm just going to show you the tops of the pages, but remember, this is to appeal for someone that likes fitnesses. So we've got a headline, why not feel great? Notice the embedded phrase there. And then for the About Us page, we actually put a photo of the chiropractor here and a quote of his. And look, he's engaged in it wasn't a marathon, this was, an Ironman something or other. No, I don't have it right exactly, but it's some kind of big contest where you have to do a bunch of stuff. And so here's a picture of him in that contest. So naturally, people like people that are like themselves. So, boy, that was a good picture for us to have. The services, we put in this is just a generic chiropractic picture, but it works. We're going to come back to this page in a minute. For the patient's say, again, just a generic chiropractic, but look, the patient looks happy. And then on the contact page, it's very straightforward. It shows someone contacting. But notice how these all go harmoniously. Now remember, most of these people were women. He said that the majority was women. So look at the fonts we've used in these headlines. They're thin and kind of elegant. So this site does not look brutal. It looks fitness-oriented, but it looks kind of elegant, clean. That has to do with the fonts. Now, he didn't have to think all that through. All he had to do was look at a bunch of website templates that we provided and ask the question, which one would my perfect patient like? And he chose this one. It was a good choice. The unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, is very good at this. Now let's take a look at the 3 specialties. So let's go to the service page. They are actually mentioned on the home page, but the detail is on the service pages. Pain relief, shockwave therapy, fitness and nutrition. See how he stuck those 2 together so that it was only 3? Now let's go back and, let me back up. On shockwave therapy, all we had to do was just expand it with more information. This is now standing out as a unique mechanism. Let's show how we introduce this right on the home page. On the home page, We talked about chiropractic first and then our specialties, and we give 3. It's easier to see how this gives a clear picture when you see the 3 in a very short form. Pain relief, shockwave therapy, fitness and nutrition. And if they want more, they can, this is just in the website design, this talks about it. And then to learn more, it'll actually take them to that other page, and then they can go to, it takes them to that section. So now let's talk about copywriting with positive images. First, I'm going to go to the contact page. One of the little tricks that we like, that often works, we put in all different kind of ways that people can contact them. But I kind of like sticking this FAQ, frequently asked questions, in. Now, it just fits really well because at this point they're thinking about contacting you. And so if you put in the most common questions that they ask with some good answers, it helps if they're kind of vacillating here. But let's look at the copywriting. When you have questions, we're here to help. Here are some of the most common questions asked by those new to chiropractic. If you share any of these, click the red button to get the answers you seek. And of course, you may have your own questions, and that's why we encourage you to contact us and get your questions answered. Let's look at the embedded phrases. You have questions. Well, that's true. Here to help. Well, that's good. New to chiropractic. Maybe. You share any of these. Click the red button. That's an embedded command. Get the answers. You may have your own questions. That could find resonance. It's often true. And that's why we encourage you, again, contact us, embedded command, get your questions answered. Every embedded phrase in that sentence is positive, nothing negative. Now, you may think, oh, it sounds so ordinary. Yeah, but when you look at most people's writing, you will discover it's not usually true. They teach us in English class how to use language, but not how to talk straight to the subconscious mind and therefore the feelings. Let's look at this on another page. We'll go to the About Us page. And we like to do several things on an About Us page. We like to have Meet the Doctor. That's an intro. It's kind of a bio. We like to have the backstory. How did you become a chiropractor? People like that. And an origin story is kind of like the superheroes have. Superman has a backstory, an origin story. Batman has one. Tell your backstory. It resonates with people. Now here's our mission. This is another good one. Let's look at the embedded phrases. I am committed. Helping people. Now here's an embedded command. Cultivate lasting health and wellness. That's very positive. My patients are intentional. Now just because it says my patients, it works exactly the same way as if he had said you are intentional. And remember, that's one of the things he's looking for. Tackling their dreams, same as tackling your dreams and goals. They wish to be free of pain. Look, free of pain. There are some that are slightly better than free of pain, but that's the next best. Truly desire lives which reflect their maximum potential. Heal sooner. Move better. Run faster. Lift heavier. Play with the children. Work hard. And take on new challenges. Everything positive and will resonate with that perfect patient. Reach and surpass their goals. Everything on this website has been run through this filter. We want to avoid wherever, even though, as a chiropractor, for example, or a medical doctor dealing with, injury and illness recovery, you have to deal with things that are unpleasant. But when you're first meeting people, don't give them uncomfortable emotions. Instead, give them things they want, and it works. All right. Now we're going to go out from here. I'm going to close that. And I'm going to show you another website. And we're going to look at some example websites. We actually have over 30 website designs, but this page, and I'll send you this link in an email. This link, okay, here's that one you saw. Okay, and it's the essential 5-page website. Those were the 5 main choices. It actually has about 10 pages. Some are behind the scenes, some are for Google and Facebook and people like that. But to keep it simple and not confuse people, because they don't like how confusion feels, we only use 5 tabs. That will get the best response. Here are some others. Why not feel great again? Actually, let's go where you can see these a little larger. Okay. Why not feel great again? This would respond, this look and feel of this would talk directly to a different kind of patient. And if that's your type of patient, your unconscious mind would perhaps select this one. Let's look at another. Here's a site that would work well for other kind of people. Now, notice our headline is very, very similar. This is for something more straightforward, not necessarily sports-oriented at all. This would work, you know, if the chiropractor wanted individuals and families and children, this would be a good one. You might put a picture of the chiropractor right here. Okay? Let's look at another. This would appeal to a different kind of patient. What if you wanted mom? What if your 3 specialties were pain relief, nutrition, and counseling? Okay? Or what if you had a real organic approach and the perfect patients you wanted were people that only shop at the health food store? This might be the perfect template for you. Here's another. This one is very, very energetic. Okay? This one's made to be very, very energetic. I would do this if I was going for a younger crowd in general. This would not be for everyone, but it depends. Now here's one if you wanted to give like medical reassurance. I mean, a pharmacy could use this, but no reason not to recover your health. See how that's positive? How to feel great again with faster recovery from illness, sports injuries, and accidents. It would be even better if we took out illness, sports injuries, and accidents. Let's look at another. After you have your perfect patient right clear in your mind, your unconscious or subconscious mind will just tell you which one to use. I'm only showing you 9 or so, but we have over 30 you can look at. This would be very soft if you have like timid patients that would need a lot of reassurance and to feel very safe. This would be very good. This would be a very punchy one. It's got punchy colors. It's got big old bold things, but it's kind of sophisticated. This would be sort of with it. And this one's designed to be very, very straightforward and somewhat bold. Okay? It's reassuring. It's got very bold fonts, but we're using very reassuring blue colors that seem conventional, solid, and trustworthy. Now, it doesn't matter whether I like these or you like these. It doesn't matter. That's not how we choose. Instead, you picture your perfect patient and then ask your subconscious mind which one your perfect patient will choose, and one of them will just leap out at you. Once you have done this once, the website is a good place to start, by the way. Once you've done this once, you can use it everywhere. It works in all communication channels, especially those which rely a lot on catch the eye. You start with your website. Use the same formula on your Facebook business page. Use the same thing on your LinkedIn profile page. Use on all your social media pages. Use on your brochures. Use on your business cards. Use on your stationery. Use on your office signage. using direct mail, using any print ads, using Facebook ads, Google ads, using your drip email follow-up, using any media advertising. You use it everywhere. You worked it out once. Use it when networking. Maybe you joined the Chamber of Commerce, Rotary, Kiwanis, or one of those barter things like BNI, Barter Network International. Using gym screenings, using events, using flyers, using trade shows, using talks and presentation, using videos. I'm doing that now. And on YouTube. And presto, suddenly you've got a brand. You've heard people talk about brands. Have you ever noticed lots of times it's kind of vague? You don't know exactly what they mean? Well, subliminal seduction, this process creates a very unique and identifiable brand. Your brand has your business name, your look and feel, your unique mechanism, and you stand out. Now, here are some examples of brands and mechanisms that you will have heard about or seen probably in the world, most of them. First, there's that book by Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Workweek, Unique Mechanism. There's another famous marketer named Mark Joyner who wrote a great book called The Irresistible Offer. He talks about how you put together an offer that people just can't resist. It's just too darn good. He starts by describing the old Domino's pizza, fresh, hot, and delivered to your door in 30 minutes, or it's free. Oh my gosh, that just built their business. He's known as the guy who invented the irresistible offer. He didn't, he just described it. Volkswagen. Many of you will not be old enough to remember the first ads. I am old enough. It was a full-page ad in Saturday Evening Post. It was a large magazine. And the Volkswagen was shown kind of small right in the middle of the page, and underneath it, it just had 2 words that said, "Think small." Talk about a unique mechanism. Steve Jobs, Apple computer. I actually watched Steve Jobs demonstrate the first Apple computer. It didn't have a white case because it didn't have any case. It was the first Apple computer. It was at the Homebrew Computer Club. This was a long time ago. But they always have a certain look and feel. That's why they're always the same color, white. They have a certain way of going about things. He pretty much invented the user interface we all use today on every kind of computer. And they all have a unique mechanism. Every product they create. The iPhone has a unique mechanism. The Apple computer has a unique mechanism. Amazon. Vast numbers of books. Before that, we just had bookstores. But, you know, a bookstore can only be so big. Amazon had everything. Vast numbers of books. That was what was unique about Amazon. eBay started out being a vast garage sale on steroids. They've gone on from there. But that's how they started. Unique mechanism. McDonald's. Well, now they advertise this burger and that burger, but in the beginning, the whole darn deal is that they were fast. You go up to the window, you pay money, and bang, there's your burger. It's almost like they didn't have to cook them. It was amazing. That was their unique mechanism. And 7-Up, back in the beginning of the Cola Wars, 7-Up was the only one that wasn't kind of brown colored, and it didn't have the same ingredients as the other colas, so they just positioned themselves as the Uncola. That was a unique mechanism. They did real good. Now, what comes after you have a subliminal seduction website? So you can catch their eyes, which makes the perfect patients love you. The next thing you do is, then this is the patient capture formula. You capture their contact information, then you follow up frequently, and then once you've got that all in place, you outreach to attract more new people into your machine or funnel or system. Now then, you duplicate your eye-catching, your offers, your capture, and your follow-up to every online property you have. Your Facebook, your LinkedIn, Instagram, every social media, for example. And then you duplicate your subliminal seduction marketing machine to advertisements, brochures, direct mail, networking, everything. Would you like some help? Here's a brief commercial. Want some help getting a subliminal seduction website? Would you like some help doing follow-up, like email, blog posting, posting to social media? Would you like to get some proven advertising to attract more new people to you? Here's one more. Do you have a book in you? we offer a service to get it written, completed, produced, and published fast. I've written 9 books myself. Each one took me only or under a week, no more than a week to write. It takes a little longer to make it look pretty and make a cover, but you could have a book written, completed, and published perhaps as quickly as a month from now. Now, you can always call us to inquire about these things. Let me just turn that off. There we go. You can always call to inquire about these things. The business number is 541-201-2003. It is answered round the clock. I'm generally in the office, business hours Pacific time zone. Now, you want more information? If you found the attraction design approach intriguing, if you're considering the subliminal seduction method to stand out and make your perfect patient already love you before you even meet, I've got something you'll love. You can get the patient gain formula. If you signed up to get this video, watch your email because I'm sending you a second video explaining the patient gain formula. And also via email, I'm sending you website design examples to illustrate different look and feel possibilities. And if a friend shared this video with you, sign yourself up to get these bonus materials. To do that, go to voltos.us, voltos.us/website magic altogether. How to get more help. If you want a subliminal seduction website built for you, if you want follow-up systems, email, blog posts, social media posting to get 3 to 8 times more appointments than you get now without those things. If you want social media posting to keep followers engaged, if you want proven advertising methods to attract more patients, or if you got a book in you, you'd like help to get it written, completed, published, and produced in less than a month, or if you just have questions, I got a special offer. Want a subliminal seduction website all done for you? Security enhanced hosting, enhanced safety backups, and domain name included? For a limited time, viewers of this video can get $500 off. Interested in visitor capture and follow-up systems to boost appointments by 3 to 8 times? Get a website capture system with drip email backend to stay in touch? Get social media posting, an email newsletter, blog post, and more? Get these visitor systems on your social media too. For viewers of this video, get $500 off. Would you like a unique practice analysis to see exactly what steps might be most profitable for your practice? Might it be advertising, direct mail, better follow-up, SEO, joint ventures, writing a book? The analysis will reveal the steps that will give you the best return for an investment of time or money. It's a $197 value, but it's free for viewers of this video. What you get? $500 discount voucher for Done For You Subliminal Seduction website. $500 discount voucher for Done For You Marketing Enhanced Features to capture visitor information and follow up through many channels. And a free $197 practice analysis. Limited offer. It's only for those in the healing arts and a few selected others. This offer is only for a limited time. We will ask for testimonials and reviews. It may be closed without notice. To claim your savings now, to get your Subliminal Seduction website, discount voucher, your follow-up systems discount voucher, and or a free practice analysis, go here. That's voltos.us/altogether marketing help, and we'll get these things to you right away. I hope you have found this useful. I hope you will found this interesting. If you need help, go to voltos.us/marketing help, and we'll provide marketing help. Hope to see you on the other side. Thank you for watching.